Hey guys, so today I'm going to be making two Overwatch recipes. The first one I'm going to make are some buns, and the second one is hot cocoa. I just thought I would make them together. And the first thing I'm going to start working on is the Mantou Buns. These easy buns are a terrific chaser to a spicy meal, delicious either steamed or fried. The Mantou are served dipped in condensed milk, which clings to the little buns and turns them into a sweet dessert. Before taking up her post at Eco Point, Antarctica, May, which is the character in the Overwatch, May always ordered Mantou after finishing a meal at her favorite hot pot restaurant. She prefers the fried version, which has a little crunch to it. So I do have condensed milk that I will dip it in, but then I thought since I was making the hot cocoa, maybe I can try dipping it in there and see what that tastes like. But first I'm going to start on the buns, and here I have some warm water, and then I'm going to pour in my yeast, some sugar, and then a pinch of salt. And now I'm going to stir this together and let the yeast activate. Now I'm going to slowly pour this into my mixing bowl, which has my flour, and then it'll form my dough. Okay, so now my dough is done, and I think this looks pretty good. It looks like exactly how it looks on here. And then I just realized on the photo in the back there, that's some of the condensed milk. But yeah, now I'm going to let this rise for an hour. So now I have all my dough rolled out into logs, and then I'm going to use this paper to help me here, because every line from here to here, this much, is about an inch, and I need to cut the ends off first. So I'm just going to cut off the line, right on the line. So I cut that end off. Then I'll do the same over here. So I have these. And then I'll cut the ends off the other one too, the other log. And then I'll cut this end as well. And now I'm going to cut my 1-inch pieces of bread. So I'm just going to do a bit at a time. So I have all of these, and I'm going to dust them with my flour. Bring this closer so I don't make a mess. So I have those all dusted, and I'm going to put them into here. And I wasn't sure if they were all going to fit if I cut both logs, so that's why I'm only doing one at a time. And like the book says, you can either fry them or steam them, and so I'm going to steam mine. There we go. So I'll start steaming these ones. So the second recipe I'm going to make is a winter warmer 5-spice hot cocoa. Nothing can compare to a nice steaming mug of hot cocoa especially in the winter when the land is covered in pristine blankets of snow. Except here in Texas, we don't have snow. This beverage contains the richness of thick cocoa with an unexpected mix of spices to create a truly warming drink. So over here I have all my stuff. In here I have my heavy cream. In here I have my cocoa powder. In here I have my brown sugar, and then I have my Chinese 5-spice, which we had to buy because we've never used this before. So here I have my milk, my whole milk warming up. And I think the heavy cream is just if I wanted to like whip it up to make whipped cream, because nowhere in the book it doesn't say to like mix it with my milk or anything. So I'm just gonna mix everything in here with my milk. First I'm gonna put my cocoa powder. And I'm just gonna mix this together a bit. Just so the cocoa powder starts to dissolve. And now I'm going to add my brown sugar. And I'll start mixing that as well. And then I'm going to add my Chinese 5-spice. And I'm doing all this while my buns are in there. They're steaming. So this looks pretty good, and now I'm going to check on buns. So here are the buns, and they look pretty good, and they're an interesting texture because they're like really squishy. My mom says they're an edible squishy. And then over here I have my condensed milk, and I have a little Hello Kitty mug with my hot chocolate. And first I'm going to dip it in some of the condensed milk. And that tasted pretty good, and I liked the sweetness of it. I should probably try it on its own too. Now it's like kind of sticky and then squishy, but then the inside is like very nice and bready. And yeah, it tastes plain when it's by itself. Even then it tastes pretty good. And then just for fun, I wanted to dip it in the hot chocolate since it's sweet. Okay, I don't think I should have dipped it in the hot chocolate. It tasted a bit weird. But now I'm going to taste the hot chocolate. I'm going to put some whipped cream on it. Just a tiny bit, because I don't want to make a mess on all the buns. And just a few marshmallows. Just so I can mostly taste the actual hot chocolate. And I think it tastes okay. I definitely think it's too bitter for me, personally, just because I've used the cocoa mix we have before, and it's definitely a very bitter taste. But I think it tastes okay. I don't think I would make this hot chocolate before. I think I would just use little packets because it's a lot easier. But yeah, when I took a bite of this, I could tell the bitterness from the hot cocoa. But yeah, I think these turned out pretty good. I think the bread tastes pretty good. I like those. And the texture and how I can use condensed milk to make it more sweet. And it tastes good either way without the condensed milk. And then the hot chocolate tasted okay, but I wouldn't make it again. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.